I've only known about UMC for a couple weeks at this point, but I'm very intrigued by them. Let's dive a little bit into why. So first off, their performance, 232% over 5 years is pretty good. Not outstanding, but you got to factor in some other things like 6% for dividend yield. Wow. That is rather good. And it was also really good. It was pretty good in 2021, but very good in 2022 and 2023 as well. It was actually higher than 6%. PE ratio is still low as well. And you might be able to tell from microelectronics that they are a semiconductor stock, which I love semiconductor stocks. The only thing I don't like about semiconductor stocks is the fact that I own so many of them that I need diversification, and I can't just own semiconductor stocks, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I can't. So too risky, you gotta diversify a little bit. So let's take a little bit look at the PE. Forward PE is flat, which isn't ideal, but I mean, if you're looking at this stock, which has gone up 232% and pays a 6% dividend yield, and it was growing insanely fast, it would not be valued at this. It would be so much more. So that shouldn't be really surprising to anyone. And you're just kind of hoping that maybe they have a surprise year or they guide good the next year after that, and then you're sitting great because you got a 6% dividend yield, and then you'll get growth on top of that as well, right? But in my opinion, that would just be an added bonus. So it appears like they pay out their dividend once a year, right? 50 cents a share, 57, 45 this last year. So all throughout 2022 and 2023, you were getting that really good dividend. And it's still, even with the 45 cents, still 6%. So it was even higher, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. So in case you don't know exactly what they do, it seems like they primarily do the fabrication. That's like their main thing. That's my understanding at least. And they mostly do I think it was 40 nanometer, maybe 20 nanometer, which if you don't understand, I think TSM does, their cutting edge is 3 nanometer and Samsung, but TSM is the only one that makes money, profit. So they are not cutting edge. They are not the high end, but there's still clearly a market for what they're doing. Probably, I'm guessing it's more embedded stuff, although I don't know that for certain. I'm making that assumption. But yeah, no, it's just great too. So they're also based out of Taiwan, which sounds weird, but I mentioned TSM, they're the primary one. So Taiwan's kind of known for their semiconductor wafer fabrication. That's kind of what they're known for, right? So it may seem weird if you don't know that, but it's really actually makes total sense. It fits in pretty well. So how do I see this stock personally? I do not own it. I've only known about it for a little bit. I don't invest weekly or daily or even monthly. Usually I save up for 2 to 3 months and then bulk make a few purchases, right? But the way I see the stock, if you're looking for a tech stock that pays a good dividend, maybe just a dividend portfolio, this is perfect, right? Because you're going to get that high dividend with a stock that has historically performed. You're probably at minimum. Obviously, I don't know this, but from what I can tell, you're probably at minimum going to get a stock that pays 6% for a dividend yield, pays a dividend of 6%, and matches inflation. Probably beats it. But anything on top of that is just extra. And you know what? In a 10-year time span, you'll probably do better. You probably will. I can't assure that, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. And at 11.5% PE, this is not like 30 PE, right? So I wouldn't be super worried about. I mean, COVID barely even touched this thing, dude. It lost like nothing. So yeah, if the mindset I would go into this stock personally is I want that 6% dividend yield, and I want that semiconductor industry, and let the chips fall where they may. And I'm guessing over time it's going to pay off, and it's probably going to do probably not 230%, but it may, if you get lucky over a 5-10 year stretch, they do really well. You may actually match the S&P 500 with that dividend yield. It might happen. Can't assure that, but this stock looks good. It's only 19 million market cap. It's not super huge. Another thing is their profit margins are kind of iffy on this business. It's only about 28%, but it's not that surprising. There's so much money that has to be poured into fabrication. Well, they do fabrication, but there's so much money that just has to be poured into maintaining it and equipment and yada, 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 yada. So, but I really, really, really like this stock. I do. It's actually one of my favorite ones I've looked at recently. So anyways, let's look a little bit at what people think. Schwab thinks it's going to do well. Top 18 percentile performing stock. That's good. Most stocks do well, so top 18% is good. You got neutral, you got hold. ESG score is good, whatever your opinion is on that. They give Taiwan a 7 out of 10. If you're talking specifically semiconductors, they probably get a bit higher. I think so. Then there's almost no analysts, but out of 3 of them, 2 of them say hold, 1 say buy. So the dude saying sell, I guess, disappeared. But anyways, that's all I got for today. I like the stock. I think it's great. Who knows where it goes? But anyways, that's all I got. If you would leave a like or subscribe, especially a like, if you don't have any interest in future content, but just enjoy the video. I notice whenever people leave likes or comments or something, it really helps the video performance-wise, and it helps out my channel, which is still very new and growing. But if you did enjoy this and want to watch similar stuff, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. But anyways, I also just appreciate you guys watching. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.